This week on the Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's Texas Team Trail presented by Progressive, we're back on Sam Rayburn for the second of back-to-back events. Kicking off the 2024 season just over a month ago, teams launched under difficult conditions. With winds blowing 30, gusting near 50, the offshore game was all but taken out of play. At the end of the day, it was Casey Burley and Josh Rogers sacking up 5 for 29-14 with an 8-pound, 11-ounce kicker. For their efforts, they picked up a $54,000 prize package, including a Mercury-powered Ranger Z518 and a handful of cash. With the first win of the season, Burley and Rogers are the de facto Progressive Team of the Year points leaders.
I mean, what better way to start in first place? So here we're actually trying to survive. We wanted to get 20 pounds as our goal tomorrow, maybe get a top 20, then move on to Fork. Team of the Year, we really don't chase it. We only fish Rayburn and Toledo Bend events. But I think this year we're going to go chase it. We're sitting good, and we're feeling confident about tomorrow a little bit, catching 20, so we'll see what happens.
The Progressive Team of the Year is once again paying out a Ranger Mercury package along with other incentives for the top finishing team. And new for the 2024 season, the Trail will pay 25 places deep in the end-of-season Progressive Team of the Year rankings. Want the details? Hit TexasTeamTrail.com. Getting back to tournament coverage, we've got 205 teams launching this week out of Humphrey Pavilion. And once again, winds are a factor.
Getting out of the winds is going to be the biggest thing for a lot of people.
If people can get out on their deeper holes, the brush piles and everything, it's going to be a slugfest.
I'm catching them on spinner baits, you can catch them on drop shot, finesse baits, you can catch them on anything you want to throw basically this time of the year. The key is the big bite. For a lot of us out here, a lot of teams you're going to see are going to come in with that 12, 13-pound bag. To take that leap to where you want to be, especially for Team of the Year and getting the right points, you got to have multiple of these 6-pound plus bites.
In addition to the weather, the other and more predominant challenge is the lake level. Fishing at near full pool in February, anglers arrived this week to find the lake low and falling daily.
I think it's roughly 6 foot low right now. They pulled the plug on it, so you may catch one in a foot of water and you may catch one in 40 foot. We're going to have probably 15 rods apiece on the deck of the boat and just go junk fishing. I really don't know.
True to his word, Terry and partner Scott Dean started the morning with a variety of rods on deck. Terry stuck their first keeper early, and while Scott took care of business, Terry set the hook on their second.
Yesterday, practice wasn't that great for me. Went out in a separate boat. Caught, some. Terry caught some. He had some bites right here where we started, and we pulled up. Terry catches 2 real quick. They're just little keepers, but gets us started. And we're just basically around a spawning flat. You can see that it's real shallow right up there. The lake's real low. It's been dropping a lot over the last month, like 6 foot over the last month. So these fish are constantly having to keep moving back and back and back.
Leaving Terry and Scott, we'll move on and check in with Josh Rogers and Casey Burley. Leading the Progressive Team of the Year standings, Rogers and Burley are hoping for a respectable finish. Those Team of the Year points are hard to ignore.
A lot of fish in this drain right now. Hopefully we can survive, get a top 20 finish here, and move on to Fork.
How's the lake setting up?
It's weird for this time of year, for March, because the lake's 6 foot low. The bass want to spawn, but there's no bait to spawn on. It's going to be interesting. I really don't know how it's going to play out. We're going to try to fish offshore as much as possible, but I think the bait is suspended in the creeks and drains, so I think forward-facing sonar is going to come into play, but not for us. But somebody's going to figure that bite out and probably catch a 33, 34-pound stringer. Sir, did not catch a single fish that size yesterday.
The high winds from earlier in the week combined with falling levels has stained their water, and by 9 a.m., they're still looking for a keeper.
I think we need to fish that other spot again. Typically, we normally catch them in the first hour or 2 hours of the day. We're not the team that catch them in the afternoon, but hopefully today's that day.
If you're gearing up for your next day on the water, be sure and visit Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's for the very best selection of gear, tackle, and electronics. Scan the QR code and sign up to receive the 2024 Bass Fishing Catalog. While you're online, head on over to our Facebook and Instagram pages for the latest news and stories from the trail. For schedules and registration, look us up at texasteamtrail.com. The Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's Texas Team Trail presented by Progressive is brought to you by Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. Your adventure starts here. Ranger Boats, still building legends one at a time. And by Progressive Insurance. Bundle and save. Coming up, we'll get back to tournament coverage from Brooklyn, Texas and Sam Rayburn Reservoir.
Be it rain or gusting wind, or whatever Mother Nature throws you. And there's fish to be caught. Nothing will stand in the way. Bass Pro Shops Guideware features Gore-Tex technology with the protection you need from the elements, so you can stay on the water and catch the big ones. The all-weather, all-performance Bass Pro Shops Guideware, because there are no rain checks out here.
When there's miles of water in front of you and hundreds of feet below, you need a boat with the chops to dominate, no matter the conditions. With the strength and technology to overcome the elements and the competition. Ranger Boats, still building legends, one at a time.
Hey, all you boaters out there! Any way you float, float protected with Progressive. They insure over 1 million watercraft just like yours. Get a quote for your boat today. Insure your passion. Hey, RVers! Any way you explore, explore protected. With Progressive, a leader in RV insurance. They make it easy to quote, and the process takes as little as 4 minutes. Get a quote now. Insure your passion.
AFTCO. Any fish, any water.
Welcome back to the Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's Texas Team Trail presented by Progressive. We launched some 200 boats this morning from Humphrey Pavilion onto Sam Rayburn Reservoir for the second event of the season. With nearly $100,000 in regular purse and sponsor contingency money up for grabs, we'll be paying down 32 places this week, including a $40,000 Nitro Mercury prize package for the champs. It's early spring in East Texas, and we should be seeing bass bank shallow, but with the lake low and falling daily, fish are being pushed to deeper water, and the sight fishing that was expected to dominate this event hasn't really materialized.
Bass want to spawn, but now we're losing all the water. As you can see behind us, the island's up, the shortcuts out of the water, so it's going to be a tough, I think, for everybody.
Nope, never mind.
Back on board with Josh Rogers and Casey Burley. It's mid-morning when Josh finally gets a hook into what may be their first keeper of the day.
Both of them. First keeper, baby! Just 5 of them. 3-pounder. Yay. Right now, if we get 5 3-pounders, I'll be happy right now with how our morning's going. But I just missed one, so see what happens.
Checking in on Scott Dean and Terry Peacock. With 2 in their Nitro Live well for maybe 4 pounds, Scott gets a bite on his buzzbait and reels in number 3.
See what I just did? He was up there on the inside, dude. Oh, we're just trying to figure out where they might be. We're still practicing, but There's a flat up here, it's real shallow, and I just threw a buzz bait over the high spot of it. When it got to the grass, he ate it.
Meat.
This is the team of Jason Bonds and Derek Mundy.
Big, like real big. Dude, like real big.
Like how big, real big? 10?
Like, maybe.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Throwing Carolina rigs on the edge of a deep grass line. They've got 5 when Jason gets the hook into one that matters.
Bring it to. Get her. Get her, Derek.
I'm trying. Well. Hell yeah. That's the biggest one we got.
Oh boy. I see the roll out there. I say, yeah, maybe.
I know, I was dead behind. The further she's still back that way.
Ooh, boy, she's long, Jack.
Culling, Jason reaches in and yanks their smallest.
I'm pretty sure that's the smallest one. She's shorter than the rest of them. That's pretty good coal right there.
The Texas Team Trail and the White River Marine Group have teamed up to offer one of the best contingency award programs in the industry. If you're running a qualified Triton, Ranger, or Nitro boat, you can get paid just for being the highest qualified finisher. For all the details on this or any of our other contingency programs, look us up at texasteamtrail.com. This portion of the Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's Texas Team Trail presented by Progressive is brought to you by Nitro Boats and the Nitro Rewards Program, Mercury Marine, Go Boldly, Garmin, the leader in sonar and navigation, and by AFTCO, any fish, any water. Coming up, we'll continue tournament coverage from the second stop of the season, right here on the Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's Texas Team Trail presented by Progressive. Visit progressive.com and get specialized boat insurance.
Nitro, a rush of tournament adrenaline. Nitro, the choice of champion, where performance meets play. Nitro, a big water beast, a pure fishing machine. Nitro, release the champion within.
She grew up fast. Will she remember these times and continue the tradition? You better believe it. Tell a new fish story with Garmin.
Born in Japan, using technology, innovation, and precision, Sunline produces the widest selection of fishing lines at the most technologically advanced line factory in the world. Manufactured at the strictest tolerances to produce victories at the highest levels of tournament bass fishing. From household names like Christie, Swindle, and Cruz, to young guns like Cook, Logan, New, and Welcher, they all trust Sunline to take them to the top of the leaderboard. Choose the line that will give you the strength to guarantee your confidence. Sunline.
You let me see. Things you let me see.
Back on Rayburn, this is stop number 2 in the 2024 season of the top-rated team trail in the nation, the Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's Texas Team Trail presented by Progressive. We'd like to remind you that you can watch this or any episode in our library on OutdoorAction.com. Download our free app and stream us 24/7 on your favorite device. Back on Jason Bonds and Derek Mundy. Just before the break, Jason set the hook on one that went better than 7 pounds. Culling their smallest, they're guessing they've got near 30.
Things just got to looking a lot better.
Just a couple casts later, Jason stepped back and set the hook again.
Oh, she'll cool, I think. That spot's a little to the left. I don't know if it's cool or not, but it's big. Is it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That is a 10. That is a 10. Oh my goodness. That is the biggest one we got. And she just went up. But they're, okay, so all of them are bigger than that?
All of them. All of them way bigger.
Really?
Like, I mean, you can look and see. Like, I mean, I don't want to be the one that, but I'm telling you.
I just like, because I know that was
because
big.
they're all big.
That was big. What is this one?
Big.
Oh yeah, that was it. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
and that's big. Let's see, these two, what you get? What's this one?
I mean, they're big.
Oh my goodness. Bonds?
I know, dude.
Okay, so it's definitely that one.
Yeah, it's
Closing in on the mid-30s, Bonds and Mundy have the advantage. But on a lake where it took 39 pounds and change to win last week and a 5-fish record near 50, nothing is certain. Moving on, we'll check in with another East Texas powerhouse team, Cole Stewart and Marshall Hughes.
Out here on Rayburn, stop number 2, Texas Team Trail. It's been slow for us this morning. We had a little front come in, and I thought the wind was gonna blow, but it ain't blowing so much. And we got 3 in the box. We got one good one, probably 8 or so pounds, and a couple of 2.5 and a 3-pounder. We're gonna keep dragging around. We ain't doing until late, so we got all day. Big one?
No.
A water skier.
Spot.
It might keep.
Just barely.
Does he?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're gonna frame that one.
With 4 in their Triton live well and plenty of time left on the clock, we'll catch up with them at weigh-in. Hey, if you're in the market for a new boat, check out the all-new Ranger Alpha 208. This tournament-ready boat is blurring the line between aluminum and fiberglass and is rated for a 250 horsepower outboard motor. Learn more at rangerboats.com or scan the QR code for a direct link. This portion of the Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's Texas Team Trail presented by Progressive is brought to you by TH Marine, Boating and Marine Accessories. Rapala, welcome to Crush City. Power Pole, Total Boat Control. The Texas Team Trail is also proudly supported by all the fine companies and brands you see here. Coming up, we're headed back to Umphrey Pavilion for weigh-in, right here on the Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's Texas Team Trail presented by Progressive.
Gamakatsu, the innovation leader in fish hooks, is launching Nano Alpha technology in 2024. Nano Alpha is a new finish available on Gamakatsu's most popular hook styles. It delivers 2 times slicker performance, 4 times better corrosion resistance. Nano Alpha technology makes the world's greatest fish hooks even better in 2024 to help anglers catch more fish.
Electronics and forward-facing sonar have changed the fishing game. The graphs and transducers used for forward-facing sonar are a major investment that must be protected. Beatdown Outdoors builds graph mounts and sonar poles to make sure your investment is secure and always protected. Made in America from the highest quality materials, Beatdown Outdoors mounts and sonar poles are compatible with all major electronic brands, allowing you to customize and optimize all of your electronics. Can't beat a beatdown.
Welcome back to Brookland, Texas and Sam Rayburn Reservoir. This is the second of back-to-back stops in the 2024 season. For the 205 teams fishing this week, it's been a wild ride. High winds and low water were the big factors, but by early afternoon, the winds laid down, allowing teams to move around.
It was really slow until about an hour ago, and we ran into them again and ended up catching a couple. Culling a little bit.
Tell me about your day.
Oh, we had a good day. We probably caught about 20 bass. Just a bunch of 5 little swimmers today, about 10 pounds.
It was a good day. We had a lot of fun, caught a lot of fish, just needed a couple more big ones to move up. But we had a good time and looking forward to the next one.
We crankbaited it, hit them with that crawfish, and we ended up catching quite a few.
Checking the numbers for the second stop of the year, we've got near $100,000 in regular purse and contingency money up for grabs. The top finishing team will take home a Mercury-powered Nitro Z18. There's also the Garmin Tournament Reward for the top finishing team with a qualified Garmin product, and the Power Pole Big Bass Award. Jesus Morales and Jorge Trapero are the current Big Bass leaders with this 9-pound, 6-ounce giant. Checking in near the top of the leaderboard, Joshua Rogers and Casey Burley picked up the win last month, and now the Progressive Team of the Year leaders are back inside the top 10, weighing 5 for $22.05. They'll pick up $2,500 along with those critical Team of the Year points.
It was a blessed day. I think we survived today. We'll probably sit in hopefully a top 10 today, but we got 22.5 right now, I think, so we'll see what happens.
Austin Quiet and Brian Araby stepped up next with a limit for 22 pounds 9 ounces. Their big fish going 7:10. Cameras were with Jason Bonds and Derek Mundy when they caught back-to-back Rayburn giants. And now they head to the scales.
How y'all feeling going into weigh-in?
Man, this is Rayburn. This is Rayburn. I don't know now if anything's safe.
We're looking for 22 pounds and 10 ounces to take the lead. Set them in there gently. We don't want to break the scales. Total weight, we underestimated 37 pounds and 13 ounces.
37 pounds 13 ounces, with their kicker going 8:15 and a handful of teams left away. Easton Hiley and Blake Schroeder stepped up with a limit for 26.03. They'll finish 4th. Cole Stewart and Marshall Hughes weighed 29.15. They'll wrap the day 3rd.
We had a good day. We kind of scrapped our game plan from yesterday. It just wasn't working at like noon. And then I got bit on a spot yesterday, caught a 2-pounder. I was like, hey, let's go check this out. Went over there and lo and behold, we caught some there and we bounced around, caught some sight fishing. It was a good day, it was fun.
Hayden Heck and Ken Berthelo stepped to the scales with 5 for 35 pounds 2 ounces, including this 9-pound 14-ounce kicker fish. Finishing second, they'll also pick up the Power Pole Big Bass Award for a total payout of $6,680.
We had a good day. We were super late boat numbers, so running up the lake, we couldn't get on anything we really wanted to early. Hit a spot that I didn't think would have any real big ones and stuck like a 5-pounder to start the morning off with. We kept running around, just bouncing around some different areas, kind of just kept picking one up here, one there. Ended up having a pretty good day. We had fun.
And with that, Jason Bonds and Derek Mundy earned their first win on the TXTT. For their efforts, they'll take home a $41,845 prize package.
Congratulations, Jason Bonds and Derek Mundy, for their trouble today. They're going to take home $41,845 worth of cash and prizes.
Did y'all think it was enough to win?
It's supposed to be, but I mean,
It's scared. They're like scared.
There's a lot of people know how to catch them on Rayburn, and I mean, you ain't safe till they write the check out to you.
We had right at 38, and I wasn't. 3 years ago, heck yeah, we'd been like, yeah, we got it. But nah, not nowadays. Nowadays it's different.
Y'all fishing them all?
Oh yeah.
But pretty good chance of it.
Yeah, we're fishing.
I'm ready to go back to Richland Chambers.
Yeah.
Checking in on the Progressive Team of the Year point standings. Midway through the season, Bonds and Mundy settle into third, while Joshua Rogers and Casey Burley hold on to the top spot as the trail heads to the third stop of the season on the Big Bass Factory of Lake Fork.
I'm very excited. It is a salt lake, so it is going to be tougher to catch one over. The shad spawn should be going good if it keeps on warming up over there. And I'll be throwing a big bait.
I think it's going to be an interesting event. You've got that post-spawn pattern that's going to be in full effect. These guys are going to have to really, really stack up a good overfish. And what I mean by that is there's a slot limit, something we never have to deal with here, which is the X factor on that event. Essentially, you got to catch one over 23 inches in order to bring that one to the scales, or it's got to be under 15. So a lot of guys are going to target smaller fish. A lot of guys are going to target bigger fish. There's going to be a myriad of ways to do well at that event.
Lake Fork is going to be right in the middle of the spawn. I mean, there's going to be a little bit of pre-spawn, but the spawn's going to be going on. You're going to be able to pick your poison on that lake.
Here's another look at the remaining schedule for the 2024 season of the Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's Texas Team Trail presented by Progressive. For schedules and registration, look us up at texasteamtrail.com. And for the best selection of gear, tackle, and electronics, visit BassPro or Cabela's.com.